Hello everyone, and welcome to Early Mornings with
Matiana
and Brooke.
Hey everyone, this is your homegirl Matiana, and I am from Phoenix, Arizona. I'm a student at the University of Arizona, and I decided to come here because the majority of my family lives here in Tucson, and I grew up a huge Wildcat fan. My uncle and dad influenced me the most when I was growing up, and I wanted to be just like them. And since they're both Wildcat fans, so was I. However, I did apply to all three in-state universities, Northern Arizona University, Arizona State University, and the University of Arizona, but Arizona is the one and the only one that I cared about. After I got accepted to the UA, my journey to finding college was completely over. 3 months after I got accepted, I attended the UA orientation and I became an official University of Arizona Wildcat. Now, I am in the Literacy, Learning, and Leadership major, and I am minoring in special education, and I hope to work in the special education field for the rest of my career. But now, everyone, it's time for my co-star Brooke to take the stage.
Thank you, Matiana, for that lovely introduction. I came to the UA because I was born and raised in Tucson, Arizona. I have a lot of family members here. I have a lot of grandparents and aunts and uncles. It also... I think one of the biggest benefits that I have going to the University of Arizona is that my parents also live in Tucson. So it also cuts the cost down of living in an apartment or living in a house that I'm renting. So I also love coming home every single day, coming to them and telling them what I did or who I saw and things like that. Occasionally I did attend UA events like football games and basketball games. But I think one of the biggest thing that stood out to me and what I want to share with you today is I went to a high school where not that many people considered going to college. That somewhat influenced me, but I talked to my advisors, my parents, my teachers, and they were the ones that told me to go to college. I took honors courses, I got involved, I took my ACT, and I applied to the University of Arizona. After I got accepted to the University of Arizona, I later majored in nutritional science with a minor in biochemistry. Now that we've introduced ourselves and we've gotten a little bit to know each other, here are the top 10 tips, also known as Triple T, for college preparation. Our first top 10 tip, these are not in any order. Our first tip is stay in contact with your advisor. So your advisor is probably your primary source to get transcripts, to schedule classes with them, the classes that you need to get into a college or a university. We recommend that you meet with your advisor at least twice a semester if you are a senior, and maybe once a semester if you're a junior looking into colleges. Okay, so our second tip is to get involved with activities or sports. These activities or clubs could be things like medicine club, an engineering club, clubs that involve your culture, National Honor Society, or student council. These are suggestions that you can put maybe on your resume when you're applying to colleges or maybe when you're applying to a job opportunity. So our third tip is to get good grades, work hard, and do your homework. Pretty self-explanatory, but in order to get good grades, you have to do your homework and work hard. This also goes into our fourth tip, and that is to ask for help. And asking for help is probably the most important out of our tips today. And if you don't necessarily ask for help or get help in tutoring, there's a possibility you won't get a good grade in that class. Along with asking for help in college, it is necessary. In a class of a couple hundred, the professor won't know if you need help. So asking in high school will make it easier in college. Our fifth tip is to take honors or AP courses if your high school offers them. If not, you can maybe enroll in a community college and do dual enrollment. This also helps because if you score really high on the AP exams, that can actually count for credit in your college career. This can also save you some money from taking those courses at the university level.
Speaking of money, it is really important for you to apply for scholarships in FAFSA, which is the free application for federal student aid, and the FAFSA is money brought to you by the government, and you don't have to pay it back if you get the grant or the Pell Grant. Also applying for scholarships. There are different types of scholarships that all sorts of students can apply for. There are scholarships for Mexican students, for Native American students, for African American students, and there's also scholarships based on grades in high school. So overall, no matter who you are or what you do in high school, there's most likely a scholarship that you can apply for. And the University of Arizona also has a website called Scholarship Universe, and it provides you with the opportunity to apply for one scholarship, and it may lead to other scholarships, so you don't have to apply for multiple scholarships. It was designed and created specifically for the University of Arizona students, and it cuts down the work you have to do. Our 7th tip for you is to do research on different colleges. You can look up their different demographics, how much they cost, if you're in-state or if you're out of state. You can look up what clubs they have, the size of their school, and a whole bunch of things that come on their different websites that you can find information for. And you can also take a real-life look at the campuses through campus tours. And you can also book those online or call the colleges to figure out the days and the times that they have for the tours. Tip number 8 is to take the ACT or SATs. It's important for you to look into see what schools require it and see what score they want you to get in order to get accepted into the school. And this is really important because if you do not receive the grades the university is looking for, they will look at your ACT and SAT scores. So overall, even if the school does not require it, you should take the tests anyway, just in case it will help you get into the school. And as a side note, talk to your advisor or other faculty to see if there are any programs that help you pay for the tests. Typically, students take these tests in their junior year, maybe towards the end. So it's important for you to get in contact with the ACT, SAT prep book and talk to your advisors and your teachers about different ways that they can help you prepare for the tests.
Okay.
Tip number 9 is to stay organized. And to stay organized, you can probably use a planner, and that's probably the most basic way that any high school and college student stays organized. You can use it for social things and school things, so you can always know what's going on. You can put when things are due, when you want to do them, if you're going to go to dinner with your family, so that way you don't double book things. And you can also write down if you have any meetings to go to. And the planner doesn't just have to be like a book. You can also use a digital or a electronic planner that you can have on your computer. The University of Arizona's Catmail or email that we use offers a calendar site that you can put all of your daily tasks in, so you'll always have your calendar with you. Last but definitely not least is tip number 10. Live a healthy lifestyle. Eat good, stress less, and work out. These all kind of coincide together. So if you eat good and you work out, it'll help your stress levels, and working out helps you not be stressed. Eating good and working out is also nice because you can do it with your friends and even your family. It's a nice way to socialize, especially going to the gym at the rec center located at the University of Arizona. They have a lot of different activities there, and it's paid for in your tuition, so you don't have to pay any out-of-pocket costs. The University of Arizona also provides a finals survival week during the week of finals, where they have therapy dogs come into the libraries, they have snacks, and we also have stress busters, and they're just kind of like a club on campus, and they give you massages and release your stress. So as you might have noticed, the University of Arizona really tries to provide programs and activities to help their students stay successful.
Alrighty, thank you, Matiana. So that concludes our top 10 tips, also known as Triple T. So thank you everyone for listening to these beneficial tips. We hope you take these with you in your daily lives and truly consider what it takes to prepare you for college. So if you have any questions about college experience or college life, you can go to the arizona.edu website.
And if you want to check out the group that me and Brooke are a part of, Native Soar, you can search Native Soar on Facebook and see what we're up to. Crazy girl.
Once again, thank you for listening to our podcast. Just remember, better questions,
Better answers.
bear down.